Alright, let's get some paint mixed up for our Slittaz. I'm gonna try some new things and see what works, see what doesn't. I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of wing this paint job and see how it comes out. Just gonna kind of do it as I go, and you know, I know what color I'm gonna do the armor and everything because I'm gonna keep that consistent with what we already did. But the rest of this, we're just gonna kind of see what happens. So, just start off and mix some paints up. See what we come up with. I just want just a slight red tint with the gray. Nothing crazy. And just gonna work out from there. Don't want it to be super red, just want it to be gray with a hint of red. There we go. Which, yeah, it does turn it a little brownish, but I knew that would happen, and that's fine. This whole paint scheme is going to be pretty desaturated. So, we got our little dude. Blah. Blah. Alright. And where I based the last paint job on a spotted hyena, I'm gonna base this one on a warthog. These dudes just seem like stubborn little butts that'll cause you no end of problems and are probably a lot bit tougher than most people give them credit for. So the main part of the body is gonna be gray. I want to do it a little warm, put a little bit of browns into it. That's why I put the red on it. So, because if you take red and take a ton of gray and just put a little red in it, it's gonna read a bit as brown. But warthogs have that kind of grayish, kind of brownish hair, and then on their backs they've got that big red streak kind of hangs out. So, in this English uniform, gonna work really well on helping to carry that over. And it'll, you know, it'll help lend to the brown fill quite a bit more. Just from the natural undercoat. Which is good. Yeah. And we'll see if this paint scheme actually comes off anywhere close to how I'm hoping. There we go. Go. Oh, so yeah, I hope everyone is having a better evening than I am. If I'm a little quiet, I apologize. Just got a lot on my brain, but painting, one of those things, always helps to center me, calm me down. Very relaxing. There we go. Yoop. Little dude's even got a little bit of love handles. Belly. Hobgrot belly. There we go. Let's do extra little bit right up here. The first coat was a little too thin. There we go. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. All right. Do want to get system down for this before get to the noggin. go. Goby toes. No, but the gobby toes have gotta be black nails. All gross and nastified. Yes. Well, is he wearing pants or not? Okay, I think he is wearing pants. Can't really see a line where these guys stop. I just realized my camera's out of focus. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I guess they do have little Hobgrot pants on. Alright. We can do something with that. We can work with that. We can work with wee pants. There we go. Pew. Oh, what am I doing? The back is supposed to be red. Whoopsie. Alright, well, this is why we do a beginning model when we do boo-boos. Camera a little bit more. There we go. I tried to move it this time so I wasn't headbutting it. So we'll see if the new position that I put it in helps with that at all. Yeah, I didn't realize how big these dudes' teeth are. Wow. Teeth are. Made a good call going with the warthog aesthetic. And we'll just, blend, glaze, wet blend, whatever we need to do to get these to read the way they should. Be figure out where I want what. There we go. There's a start. See if we can get a little bit of a blend going on. I don't want this to be just like straight up and down. I want the gray and the red to kind of play in between each other. There we go. Just moving around, you know, make it feel organic instead of just kind of slapped on. Go. It's looking a bit better. There we go. There we go. Go. Rah. Now we're just doing some basic layering. There we go. Just hitting where the highlights go. There we go. Nice thin paint so we can get some nice bright layers going on. There we go. Add 8, add 8. And just gonna blend that right into the orange. Go. Excellent. Go. These little dudes don't have a ton of stuff on them, so this should be fairly quick paint. As long as I don't have to change a whole bunch of stuff around. No, it's awful. I must change it. Right now the skin's getting a little pink with this red gray that I got going on, but I'm gonna hit it with a, I just want that for some more undertone. Then I will go through and hit it with a proper gray afterwards. Just gotta, yeah, all that built up. Go. There we go. Working. These fingers. Elbows, all this good stuff. There we go. Lovely. All right, let's get a little bit of that. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Wee feetsies. Ooh. Toes. Wee Hobgrot toes. Go. All right, let's mix some stuff up here. So we want to keep with that red orange bill. Go. Just kind of run it in little outward going stripes a little bit. Just vaguely. Just to give it the idea. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. And we will liven this skin up. I know it's looking very statue-like, but that is to come. All right. New brush. Let's start getting all the tiny little stuff going on. Let's start getting our highlights. Rah. Oh, oops. Totally missed his little ears poking out. Oopsie. Sorry, little goblin dude. Let's get your ears all painted up, along with the rest of you. We've got to be able to hear. And those orcs are yelling at you. That is for sure. Let's just go ahead and work the highlights onto here. Okay, sorry about that. Apparently, one of my cables came loose randomly. And, you know, that was lots of fun. So, sorry about that. Technology is wonderful when it decides to work. But, Adriana, if you're still on, then, you know, just let your little one hang out and watch the stream. Problem solved. Man, you know, you guys can just hang out and watch some painting. It's never too early to start your kiddos painting. I'm trying to get mine to do more, not necessarily mini painting, just painting in general. but he's not terribly interested at the moment, and that's fine. Definitely don't want to push it, because then it just causes them to lose interest. Push too hard. You know, trying to find that balance. Hey, check this out. With no, I'm not gonna push you, but give it a try. It's definitely been a struggle as of late. That is for sure, for sure. And we'll get some more of this blend going back in. But gotta get all this. In. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, found out in the middle of the day today that a year ago I had started making videos on YouTube. So it's my 1 year YouTube anniversary. So that's kind of neat. Far from where I was hoping to be, but it's fine. Having fun, and that's what really matters to me. There we go. Oof. Saxophone is gonna have to be done in about 10 seconds, or the song's gonna get skipped. Cannot not abide the saxophone. Okay. Next song. It's yeah. Here we go. Gobbo eyes. we go. One. Two. That is a tiny little space to get a brush into. Could have stuck to my normal process of doing the eyes right after I do the first step on the face. Go. And we'll just come back right under the eye. Some gray. There we go. Come on. There we go. Rawr. Looking pretty good. Looking all right. Let's see if we can get some smoother transitions between some of these colors. Come back with a little mid-tone color. Got some of these. There we go. Let's get this little mixture here. We can feather these out a little bit more. There we go. Don't want them to be too harsh. There we go. There we go. It's not looking too bad. Just some highlights up in here. There we go. Scar right there. There we go. All right. Most of the skin is all blocked in. Although these little stripy hairs are a little too symmetrical. So let's see if we can Push that back just a touch. Don't want it looking like tiger stripes. There we go. That's better. Just had to take out that middle one. Alright. Let's get all his ropes. There we go. Spin that paint down a little bit. There we go. Yup. Crotch rope. There we go. Belly rope. Oh, I did totally forget to paint that part of his belly. Oops. Go. Now a lot of bits of rope. Still gotta figure out what color to do the pants. I'm thinking maybe a black or like a real deep brown leather. Might work. All right. Now we'll start getting some color separation. All that fun stuff. That rope. Yeah, that's rope. Not too worried about getting it on that. All right. Trying to look and see places I might have missed. Go. You know, I kind of like the idea that these daggers don't even have like a wrap on them. They're just straight up chunks of metal that they sharpen. Belly or pants? It's belly. Just kind of put a little down here on the bottom. There we go. There we go. No, I was originally like, there's not much to these guys, but the way I'm painting them, and prove to the contrary. But I think that's just because I'm me and I get crazy about little details. Unnecessarily so. But, you know, I probably have, I'll probably keep like 5 of these guys, just as like objective grabbers and everything, so don't have to get super speedy with it, but I also don't want to spend, you know, 2 painting sessions trying to knock one of these guys out. Go. I just need to get the upper ones. Here we go. Very nice. Oh, but little. Here we go. Coming along, coming along. Ooh. There we go. I don't need to get all the ones down in there because those are going to be in shadow. I do want to this is a nice thin glaze. There we go. And some of that out. Some blends going. Just smooth some things out that need to be smoothed. There we go. There we go. Some of these look pretty good, but some of these transitions just need slightest wisp of a glaze to just kind of pull them together. I forgot to do these inside fingers. They shall do them now. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Oop. All right. Alright, so I just need to do his armor, weapons, pants. Like I said before, I think his pants are gonna be maybe doing black. Oh, what do y'all think? Giant teeth. There we go. Rawr. Again. Just like with the gut ripper, I'll do black lips, just another way to tie these two together. Go. Pew, pew, pew. Work, work, work. There we go. Better? Let's take some of this skeleton bone. Just right on the tips of the teeth. Clean the brush off. Just feather it out. There we go. Rawr. All right. Let's do some pants. Just trying to figure out a good color to do said pants. But let's do some armor first, and maybe that will help to inform what color pants we want. Let me get my metal water. Always have 2 pots of water if you're working with metallics. One for metal and one for not metal. There we go. Alright. Trying a whole bunch of new stuff with doing like true metallic. I need to get me some more actual, you know, a variety of metallic paints to, you know, really try to get some breadth in this process. But, you know, trying to mix it and blend it and everything with other metallics instead of just kinda doing the standard. Just to try it. I blame Vince Venturella. I've been watching a bunch of his metallic, true metallic stuff, and it got me inspired to at least want to try it. So, you know, here goes. And I am like leaving it in like kind of big goopy spots in some parts and everything, and that's just gonna help with some texture. Especially with these little kind of smaller, cheaper guys, like, I don't know, I think their equipment's not going to be as good, so it's going to be kind of beat up, a little dented, a little dinged. It's not going to be quite as smooth, and if that's how we apply our metals, apply our paints, and that's just going to help sell that. He's going to look very shiny initially, but I promise he is not going to stay that way. I'm just trying to come in, fill those spaces. I didn't get with the other one. I don't want to, you know, I'm going to cover some of it up naturally, but trying not to, because I want to have the different types of metal showing up. This stuff is very runny, but has amazing coverage, goes for days. Alright, got that, got that. Already got some little dents and pits and whatnot. Oh, his armor. We'll accent that. There we go. Boop. Yeah, I got a little bit of metallic paint on the ears. We'll need to fix that. There we go. Shiny. All right. Oh, get his little bangle, little grot bangle. There we go. Look how bright and shiny he is. Yeah, we gotta do something about that. We can't have a bright and shiny Hobgrot. You gotta be gross little guys. Scoot up a little bit. Let's throw just a few little real brighter highlighty bits. Some of these areas. There we go. highlight some of these cool little scars. A lot of times scars are quite a bit different. Tone than your natural skin tone, just the way the body fills them out. Grots only got 4 toes. Huh. Interesting. And, smooth out the transition on these pizzas a little bit. There we go. All right. What color are these pants? Do we want to do brown? We want to do red leather? Do we want to do not blue? We are going to do purple as our shadow. Yeah, I think red leather pants look alright. I'm down with that. Get some Rhinox hide out here. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Ever did that tongue twister? And when I say red leather pants, I'm talking like very dark, very subdued, like punch you in the face, party leather pants. There we go. Iron oxide has just the slightest hint of red in it. Pretty warm brown. Let's get little top parts. There we go. Grot pants. And let's mix some red. Some Rhinox hide, we go. There's our first highlight. You know, and there's not a ton of this, so yeah, we're gonna give this some texture and some stippling on the highlights. Always love to stipple anything leather related. Stipple that booty. Booty stippling. It's gonna be very subtle at first, but we're gonna build up on it. You know, I just want to take a look real quick at these guys. See how, because I feel like they're not wearing pants. I don't think they are. This guy might be. Are you wearing pants? I think you're gonna be wearing pants. Or are they all just like freeballing it? Let me bust out my phone because my internet has been weird all day today. So please excuse, I am not ignoring. I'm gonna see what our pants situation is. No pants. Alright, I didn't think they were wearing pants, but I guess that just means that they got goblin booty hanging out. Or goblin undies. I don't really see like a line anywhere. Alright. Ookie. Let's get a base color. Mix this back in and we'll, you know, lesson learned, lesson learned. Not quite freeballing it, but definitely got some these grots apparently hate pants. So they got the grot undies on. So we'll respect their choice of going into battle with some armored underwear. You know, dwarves can't be the only ones that do it. But we will go ahead and give them some red leather underwear. Let's go. Booty, 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 booty. Booty, booty, booty. There we go. Alright. Let's do these legs. Yoop. Alright. Alright. Gobbo legs. Sexy, sexy gobbo legs. Hobgrot legs, sorry, not gobbos. Well, they are kind of gobbos. Pow. Mistakes were made. Corrections in process. Yes. There we go. Definitely didn't take so well over here. So let's fix this leg. And this will help us get everything blended back and cohesive. Once again, there we go. Oop. Oh. There we go. This can help with some little jarring transitions that are kicking on the feet. Boom, boom. Nafy, it goes pretty good. Just trying to figure out my paint scheme on these guys. I gotta dirty up the metal and everything, but I kind of based their paint job on a warthog, because this guy that I did yesterday I based on a spotted hyena and everything, and it turned out pretty well. So I'm kind of going with the African veldt savanna type thing, so this guy will eventually look as kind of grimy and worn as this one. But just having a fun time. Don't really have a huge plan for the color palette. Just kind of improvising as I'm going along and seeing what works and what doesn't. How are you this fine evening? You painting anything fun? I'm trying to keep the grays that I'm doing in a little bit of a red tone. So it reads as like a brown on the undercoat. even though I'm using English uniform as my undertone. Gives it that kind of warmer feel. There we go. Pull that down, darken that up. There we go. But yeah, nothing too crazy. You know, this isn't gonna win any awards. Just trying to find a paint scheme that I can work at a decent speed so I can do a warband for Warcry whenever they make the rules for these guys in that game. Let's see here. Let's see. A little bit kicking down here. So that looks pretty good. It's mostly going to be in shadow. And then let's get our brightest highlight. Right on the little tips of everything. Yoop. There we go. Excellent. Calf. There we go. Let that out. Haha. Excellent. Very good, very good. There we go. Work. Yoop. There we go. A little bit right here on the back calf. Next to his red leather pants. Because why not? Why not give a Hobgrot sexy leather pants? There we go. All right, let's get some grit and grime going on in this because it is far too clean. Let's do just a little touch on the handles, on the wraps. There, lovely, lovely, very nice, very nice. Yeah, we gotta paint the fingernails. Don't forget about the fingernails. Yeah. Hold up. Hoi. There we go. Get a knock on this one. There we go. Alright. Let's start adding some grit and grime and interest into this. Shall we? thought that, you know, when you're out in extremely dry, you know, where I'm from, stuff rusts and flakes off and everything, but when you get that dry environment, you get a bit more of that orangey feel to it, but things can still retain their shine, whereas where I'm from, it's so humid that everything just kind of peels and cracks, and it's more and more awful. Yeah, welcome back, Adriana. Yeah. It's been a day. So this is my de-stressor. How are you this fine evening? You're just in time for the grit and grime adding stages. Trying to tone down all these metals, you know, let them still be shiny to a certain extent, but rots don't care about rust. They're down with it. You just gotta slowly build up. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. And this time, my mic is not muted. So, you know, I'm not sitting here talking for an hour and nobody can hear me. As fun as that is. Yeah, I feel you on that. I don't know. Like, even when I don't feel like painting, I don't know, I'll sit down and pull paints out and just kind of futz around with it. And then eventually I'll get in the mood and I'll start, like, you know, grooving on what I'm painting. And I mean, I know everybody's psychology is different, but I just kind of force myself to dabble around. And it usually works. Not always. But like tonight, I was definitely needing some painting. Therapy. Alright. Let's go back and reinforce some of it. We don't want the whole thing to be a giant rusty mess, although we could. Be like Bill painting stuff. Love that channel. So good. No, I gotcha. Same here, you know. But if you're ever on and you don't hear me talking and I'm like gesticulating, or even if I'm not, just be like, yeah, mic's off. I'm kind of, you know, I went and got, had to get a new thing of water to wash my brush off in, and totally forgot to turn my mic back on when I sat back down. So I'm real good at this. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Hey, sometimes you gotta make a mess before you can clean up. I'm a firm believer in that strategy. No, I got my paint station is, I got a tiny little corner I got set up in my, on top of my desk. I built a little extension, kind of house all my streaming stuff. And pretty much as soon as I sit down to paint, which is, just, I do have to keep all my stuff in my closet because my cats will eat, chew, destroy anything I don't. But yeah, streaming for me is like 5 extra minutes, if that, of setup. It's not even that. I just gotta like start some apps, and I'm good to go. Pretty much pull my camera down. There we go. That's not looking too bad. Ooh. 2P to 3A. That's always fun. What are we thinking? Looking pretty good. Oh, and if you missed it, I based this guy this morning. That's what he ended up looking like, finally. Wow. Alright. Alright, so we got most of that stuff all done. Got the back, got the pants, got the legs. Let's do some oils. Yay! Which I'm still not incredibly comfortable with. But, you know what? This hobby's all about growing. Yeah, my phone's been switching to that. I wonder if that's something that YouTube did, where it's like, no, never mind, you're gonna be running this low res. Alright. We're gonna be doing some, I'll get some, just a little bit of mineral spirits. We're gonna be running some Payne's Gray and some purple mixed together to darken it up. And yeah. Don't want too much on here. It's gonna be shadow color. A little bounce reflection. And, you know, it's worth trying to try new things and not freak out with a new medium. So I'm trying to start fairly subtle. So pretty much doing almost a dry brush. Yeah, exactly. You don't get comfortable unless you do it. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I did, but I finagled mine where I was like, no, only run this resolution. I think I had to actually like go into the settings on the app, on like the actual YouTube app, and like permanently set it to 1080. But yeah, this purple, it didn't work. That sucks. Well, don't know what to tell you then. I'm gonna be a little bolder with this than I was with the last one. But you know what? It's oil paint. I don't like it. I got mineral spirits, white spirits. Always just wipe it off. Oop. Yeah, I've been trying to watch a lot of Marco Frizzoni, not just makeup. Trying to get inspired to try some craziness for me. Yeah, this purple, I picked both of these kind of paint schemes so they would contrast with purple pretty well. I mean, I could come in and just like glaze in purple in the shadows, but like this guy's got purple undertones like all right in through here and like on his legs and everything. And down here in all of his shadows and everything. And I don't know, it's just like, even though I wiped most of them away or like heavily blended them out, they just look really, you know, it added a whole lot of depth to the piece. So I can even throw it on the blades and not really have to worry about anything. Get that chin, neck. Get a little tum-tum. Oh, nice. Yeah, if I had a little bit more money, then I would definitely do his Patreon. He's just, I don't know, he's so genuine, and like I love his personality. He's a very bombastic guy. Hey, there's nothing wrong with black and turquoise. And obviously I'm you know, I have kind of a similar problem with chartreuse. A whole lot of my stuff, especially if I'm doing like sci-fi, ends up with chartreuse. But yeah, pretty much Marco Frazzoni is the reason why I'm trying oils, really. So if it, you know, is awesome, get on his Patreon and tell him that, and if it looks like crap, get on his Patreon and tell him that. It's all your fault. No, don't do that. Yeah, I'm super digging all this purple on here. Yes, and I haven't even like really done anything with it. But that is looking pretty good. All right. I mean, I'm always down, because right now the only decent oil paint I have is Payne's Gray, and that's Winsor & Newton. Everything else I'm using this super cheap Reeves set that I got forever ago. You know, mostly just because I'm wanting to practice before I commit to a nice set or anything. Let's feather this out. Nice clean brush that I constantly want to stick inside my mouth, but that would be a terrible decision. No, I got what you're saying. No, I would super duper appreciate it, but also, you know, I wouldn't want you to stress over it or whatever. I'll eventually get me some. His OC Bone Reaper video that he did with those, that was fucking witchcraft. The way he pulled off some of those colors. So he was just like, I'm gonna base coat this in contrast paints, and then I'm gonna smother it in oils, and then I'm gonna wipe half of them off, and it looks like hours of acrylic work. I mean, look at these shadows, and this, how much it kicked up this definition, and I mean, it made this dude a little more purple than I intended, but I don't really care. Like, looks really good. And I'll come in with a little bit of white spirits and clean that up a little bit. I don't mind a purple Hobgrot. Actually, kinda with that gray and the purple shadows, that actually looks pretty freaking cool. $0.02 Hey, I'm down. The Marco Frazzoni, where he's working on the Ossiarch Bone Reapers out of the Underworld set. Yeah, I'm super duper happy with that. Like, that makes those look really cool. I just need to clean up just a tiniest bit on the upper parts. Thank goodness for experience working with oils on in canvas. There we go. Just so we can get some of the brightest bits back. There we go. Oh, I love when trying new things actually works out decently. And it's a very good reason to subscribe to his Patreon. There we go. Well, if you ever talk to him, tell him I said thank you and that I love his method in his videos, and totally helped me make something super duper cool. Hey, everybody's got their own flavors. I don't know. I've never been a person that's brain wraps around mixed media too well. Like, I always go one way or another too far. But I think it's I think it might actually work pretty well for me with mini painting. Maybe. Clear a few of these, get some real bright highlights back. There we go. Excellent. My Instagram there should be a link in the description down below. And if not, it's just Ninetail Hobbies. Look at that shit. That looks so good. I love it. Well, I know how I'm doing my shadows from now on. That is for sure. Oh, well, it's sorry, I didn't know it wasn't. I'll have to fix that for next time. Didn't know it wasn't blue. Yoop. Aha! It's cool. It's a very desaturated purple. Like I said, not what I was going for, but it looks too cool not to stick with. Yes, I am pleased. See how these guys. I think they work. The green and purple, you know, greeny yellow. Going a little bit more yellow on this. Yellow and purple are complementary colors. All right. Oh, I appreciate that. Like I said, I've got a bit of experience on, you know, canvas painting years ago, but hadn't done that in a hot minute. But yeah, I'm definitely wanting to give them a proper go. And, you know, mixing them with acrylics. I think that's a big appeal to me. So you can just kind of slap them together and they work really well. All right, I'm gonna quit futzing with that. I am very, very pleased. I keep looking at it like expecting something to be wrong. Like, oh, I completely messed that up and it's not gonna look that good. Yeah, it's not flat. You've got a lot of places for the oil to grab, and you can, you know, instead of being a completely additive based medium, which, you know, most painting is, you can actually use it as a subtractive method. And that's one thing I like about sculpture, is that it's a subtractive art form. Goblin pants. Goblin undies. Leather undies. Alright, let's make a base. Let's do this base. Bam. That one. I need my grow stick, and I need my pigment powders, but let's do this first. Man, that I'm gonna be geeking out on that a little bit. Yeah, I thought about pushing them, but I mean, the highest highlights are, you know, a step down from white. Actually, I could. Let me just see what it looks like. Let's see what this looks like, because experimenting got us there in the first place, so. There we go. This little Hobgrot's got some shoulders on him. He's all about doing some butterflies. There we go. Smooth that out a bit more. There we go. Just lay it down. Probably do a little bit thinner than that. A little bit of water. Paint's drying out a little bit. And I'll just lay these down. Thank you for the suggestion. Just gonna lay these down right on the highest points. One thing I'm really digging about these models is they've got cool little extra details, like they've got little like scar tissue, like right here on his belly. He's got like a little, you know, scar that's healed up. There we go, yeah. Pushing that little highlight back in was a fantastic idea. Boop boop. Got some big old gnarly teeth. Big old gnarly teeth. Yep. There we go. That on screen, yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it on the very tippy tops. Well, I feel like I need to have a big cloud sword. Be like dun 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 dun, that I just like leveled up in painting. And this is also helping to bring back a bit more of that gray tone. Belly scar. Ooh, paint your belly. Only get 2 bananas. Thin down, thin down. There we go. I'm engrossed. There we go. Alright, let's do just right on the kneecap. Can't forget the knees. These guys obviously don't forget leg day, so let's respect that. I like the little toesies. All right. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Oh, got to do his tip tops of his ears. Wink. Yoink. Oh. Yeah, I mean, these little dudes, like, look at the size of those calves. Alright. So let's yoink him off of his little stand. And I just kind of bust out. That was way too much. You know. And this is where it gets a little fun, arts and craftsy. Because this stuff does not like to stick on bases originally, so you just have to kind of convince it by smooshing with your fingers. Smoosha smoosha. And I mostly got this because my hobby shop didn't have any Vallejo. This Tamiya stuff really isn't bad. And if you make a whole big batch of it and you don't use the whole thing, you can, when it dries out, if you haven't sealed it, you can re-wet it and it will, you can reapply it. Mish mish. Let's clean some of that up off the base. Yeah. And mostly I'm just wanting to get a decent form out of it. I'm using my finger to try to rub. I'm trying to get some like ridges, a little bit of uneven ground. There we go. This stuff doesn't take too long to dry. I need to get some. I need to give me a hair dryer. Yeah, you always gotta be careful for your crack. But I like doing this, wiggling them in, pressing them down, and getting little foot imprints. So he's got a little nice place to stand, so he's a little more in there. But let's see, what do we need next? We need matte varnish. And then my super duper expensive pigment powders. Yoink. So many brushes. I need my junk brushes, junky brushes. All right. Now we're just gonna take this stuff. And my music turned off for some reason. Let's see if I can get that back on. Bloop. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Hey, not too gross. My brain went to the same place, so. You know, great minds think alike and all that. Alright, so we're gonna wiggle. This stuff's gonna get a little wet, and that's fine. Just gonna help with what we're doing next. There we go. Squish, squish, squish. Mush, mush, mush. All right. All right. People don't pay for pigment powders. Just crush up your own and you're golden. These are like $2 pastels that I crushed up, and they work amazing. And I'll let them just kind of hang out on top of each other so they can mix and make more interesting colors. And give me some chunks and all kinds of bits. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, not that big of a chunk. There we go. And I get my big makeup brush. Yeah, chalk works great. But yep, chalk pastels all the way. All the way. There you go. Imagine, so I've got a really good friend that's a esthetician, and my wife got her nails done recently, my wife and my kiddo, and I was just like looking at all of her stuff, and I was like, I could use that for the hobby, and I could use that for the hobby, and she had these super cool like texture stamps and all kinds of stuff. It's funny how some things cross over. Alright, so we got all that stuff. And then I need my tufts. tweezers. Where are you tweezers? Yes, you are. Lovely little tweezers, yes. And we're gonna put one right here. Of course, my tip is clogged. Dirty minds. Let's just give him a big one right there. He gets one of the big tufts. Yeah. Come on. Come off. Squish. There we go. Boop. There we go. Come on. Go home. Ah. That's why. Little tuft was in the way. And I just pulled up half of my base because I was impatient and didn't let it dry. But that's fine. I'll just push it back in place. There we go. And a little bit of smushing. And everything will be good as new. Just gives it a little crack in the earth. A little bit more realism. There we go. That's where I wanted it. Pew. That doesn't look too shabby. Let's do a couple little finishing final snazzy touches. Dragon eye, nice. Suppose so. Yeah, I saw her texture stamps and was just like, those look awesome. Let's give it. Let's pigment powder him just a little bit. Just to help him go in with his environment. Not too much. But, you know, he's tromping around. All right. That is lovely. And there is my little Hobgrot Slittaz. Oh, important step that I forgot. Got to paint the base rim. It's always a good feeling to paint the base rim. It's that finally done step. There we go. Hurrah. Yes. That looks really good. Alright. I need to cover up a little bit of his stand, but I can do that later. No biggie. Or I can do it now. Alright. I am pleased. Well, with that, I think I will call that an evening. Yeah, I may just... I mean, it's clogged up. All the tufts are covering it up pretty well. But I may do that. But I will be back tomorrow, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna paint the one that I've been really excited about. I really want to paint the Bolt Boy. So I think tomorrow night I will be working on this guy. I think they are the coolest looking ones out of the group. So, if you would like to come back and hang out with me, I will be here at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Everyone have a good and lovely evening. Remember to do one thing every day that scares you.